I'm going to show you an indicator that is absolutely printing money with extremely high probability setups. I highly recommend you check this indicator out. In fact, it is an indicator that I partnered with Lux Algo on to create. They created this custom indicator around my initial balance failed auction strategy. If you missed a masterclass, there's a previous video on my YouTube channel where you can check out the free masterclass over my initial balance strategy. Everybody has been using it and just printing money. It's been an absolute banger of a strategy, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. So with that said, if you guys want to go straight to a funded account, you want to skip the evaluations, there's links down in the description to go either Tradeify or Fast Track. Both of them offer straight to funding. You can skip the evals. Also, if you do like this video and you would like to try out my indicator around the initial balance, there's a link in the description for you to check that out as well. Let's get into the video, guys. I'm going to prove all of this to you, right? I'm going to walk through this indicator and I'm going to prove how consistent and reliable this actually is, right? We're just going to go to today. We're going to start with today, and then we're just going to move back in time. I'm going to show you exactly how well this played out over time, right? So going into the initial balance, if you don't know, it's first hour of the trading session, there's a high and a low, right? And my initial balance indicator will mark that out for you. Now, what we're looking for are failed auctions, essentially, right? We're looking for a break below the initial balance and where a 30-minute candle closes back within the initial balance, right? And you get that here, right? You get a bullish failed auction. My indicator will mark that for you. You get a bullish failed auction, and then look what happens. We absolutely rip to the upside. Typically, when you get a failed auction, you can target the other end of the initial balance. That's exactly what happened. We failed the initial balance to the low side. We ran to the high side, right? If we scroll out and we just go back in time here, let's go to, let's see, where do we want to go? Let's go here. This is a good example. Look what happens. This is back on the 25th, right? We have the initial balance range set. There's high, there's a low. We get a failed auction to the low side. Look where we go, right back to the other initial balance high. Let's go back even further. Let's just test this again. Look at here. This is on the 24th. We have the initial balance range set. We have the high, we have the low, we have a failed auction, right? Where we closed. Look where we went, right back to the other initial balance. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep doing this over and over, right? We can do this all day long. Here's the initial balance on this day. This is the 23rd. Here's the initial balance high, initial balance low. We have a failed auction on the upside this time. Where did we go? Right back to the other initial balance on the low. Right? Let's just keep going. We're just gonna keep this moving all day long here. Here we go. Let's go here. What happens here? We have the initial balance set. Here's the high. Here's the low. We failed up top. We ran 50% initial balance back. Let's go back to. Let's just keep going here. Here we go. Here's the initial balance. Right. Here's a failed auction. Where'd we go? Right back to the high. Let's just keep going. We're going to do this one more time here. Here's initial balance high, initial balance low. This is back on the 17th. We have a failed auction to the upside here. Where'd we go? Right back to initial balance low. This strategy has been consistent time and time and time again, and it just plays out over and over. Does it have to happen every single day? No, it doesn't have to. But this strategy that I've been using has been my most profitable and my most consistent strategy. And we did a whole entire masterclass over this strategy in my Discord. If you want to join up on that, there's a link down in the description. Jump in my Discord where we talk about strategies just like this one. And people are posting tons of profits. It's been a really great time. It's been a total vibe in the Discord. We were absolutely popping off in there, right? And so these are the things that we go over, right? These are the strategies that we talk about. And we talk about all of this for absolutely free, right? We do it all free. This is the indicator that you can go grab that is cheap, inexpensive. Literally, you can get it for $15 a month, or if you want to do it for the whole entire year, you can get it for $125, right, for a whole year. You don't want to do the year? Do the monthly, $15 a month, right? And this has played out time and time again. Let's just go back and do another one, right? I mean, look, we literally just went back, barely went back. We're on the 16th, right? Here's the initial balance high, initial balance low. We failed it. Where'd we go? Right back to the initial balance high. I mean, it has been an absolute money printer. Right. And when you find patterns like this and find strategies that play out time and time again like this, it's really the only thing that you need. You don't need tons of other strategies. You don't need to play 2 or 3 other strategies when you know you have one just like this one that plays out consistently over and over and over again. And the best part about this strategy and this indicator, it is all around market context, right? There's no EMA crossovers, SMA crossovers, whatever, right? It's all about market context and market sentiment, how the market is reacting and basically feeling on the day, right? We all know market has a pulse, right? And when you can get a hold of that pulse and get a feel for how the market's moving, this provides that context and allows you to find great high probability entries and high probability setups, right? That's what all this is for, right? Again, to understand market context, to understand what the market is doing and how it's moving, right? That first hour of the trading session can tell you a lot by the day, right? When you have a large initial balance range, you can probably expect some volatility and expect some really good trade locations, right? When you have a smaller initial balance and it's just like in that really just consolidating mode, then you can pretty much get a feel for, okay, well, the market's consolidating. There's not much happening. We could just chop today and it may not be a great trading day, right? And so this indicator really gives you a feel for how the market's going to play out, and then also give you the best entries. Man, I mean, look at this, right? Here's the initial balance. We fail the initial balance and we retrace it 50%, eventually failing it again to go all the way back up to the initial balance high. I mean, it's time and time again, guys. You can't ask for a better strategy when it's proven to be proven to be profitable time and time again. And so, guys, that's what we went over in my masterclass. And again, I'm going to break down this indicator real quick for you as well, right? If you do decide to use this, right? If you want to use this indicator, here's another cool thing about it, right? Once you have it, you can go and actually set alerts too. And what I like to do is when I go to add an alert, you can add a condition, the price, volume, VWAP, whatever. I just keep it as, obviously my indicator, right? And then we go to what I want it to notify me on. Do I want it to notify me on a bullish failed auction, a bearish failed auction, continuations, or do I want it to notify me on test when we're testing the initial balance ranges, right? The high or low. I like to run the initial balance test. And basically what that's telling me is, here, let's go back to today, right? So this is today. What I'm going to do is add an alert, custom alert. I'm going to make this say, I want to know when we test the upper initial balance range, right? And I'll just name this upper initial balance, okay? It just says price is testing the upper initial balance, right? And so, like I said, for whenever I want it to expire, I'm going to say today, tomorrow, whatever, right? And so once I set this this alert, right, it's going to notify me when the initial balance high is being tested. And I can do it for vice versa too on the low end. Whenever the lower end initial balance is being tested, I can say, hey, alert me when this is starting to test, right? And then I can be like, okay, so I know that these levels are testing. I can go hop back on my computer and go look for a trade entry, right? So these are all things I look for. This is the strategy. This is the indicator that I use, that I partnered with Lux Algo on to create. And guys, so far, it's been an absolute banger. So link in the description to go join that. Guys, if you like this kind of content, smash that like button down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to get more daily content. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers.